All right, financial math classes. Today we are talking about leasing a vehicle. What you need to know about leasing a vehicle is you are essentially renting a vehicle. How this works, you make monthly payments to a leasing company or a dealer or a bank for 2 to 5 years. And then you do not own the vehicle at the end. You are essentially renting it. At the end of a lease, you do have an option. As some leases, you have an option of just returning the vehicle and then releasing a new one, or purchasing the vehicle. The most common lease is called a closed-end lease, which is a contract that allows you to use a vehicle for a set time period by making a specified number of payments. You return to owning nothing unless you damage beyond fair wear and tear or exceed a mileage limit. Right? If you damage the vehicle or exceed the mileage limit, then you owe money to the leasing company. Not only are you paying to rent it, if there's any damage, so if you get in an accident, you can owe money, more money to the, on top of paying for the repairs, more money to the leasing company, because now that vehicle is worth less had it not been in an accident. All right. Another type of lease is an open-end lease, is also a contract allowing to use a vehicle for a set period of time, making a specified number of payments. At lease end, you can buy it for its residual value, right? So that residual value is the vehicle's expected value at the end of the lease period, and this will be often established at the lease signing. With other closed-end and so with the closed-end lease or open-end lease, both of them, you still need to pay monthly payments, a security deposit, a title fee, and a license fee. There's all these fees that go into it, and those fees can run up to, you know, a couple $1,000s. And so this is why leasing a vehicle is a bad idea, is because it's much more financially it just makes more sense financially if you have a couple $1,000s to put up front to lease a vehicle, you know, $2,000 or so. Just buy a vehicle that costs $2,000. All right, what you'd normally be making in those car payments, put that money aside into like a mutual fund that's going to earn interest. Run that $2,000 vehicle into the ground for 4 or 5 years, and after that period of time, if you put aside those car payments for 4 or 5 years, you're going to have $10,000 saved up to buy a better vehicle that you can do the same thing with. And it just makes more financial sense to buy vehicles that you can afford with cash, and then save up money or put money aside in like mutual funds or something that earns interest, you know, low risk, low interest, but earns interest, so you can save up money to buy nicer vehicles. But let's calculate the total cost of a lease. Eva Truitt had an open-end lease for a minivan in her home decorating business. The lease cost $315 per month for 60 months. So that's a 5-year period. She paid a deposit of $1,200, a title fee of $135, and a license fee of $85. At the end of the lease, she can buy the van for a residual value of $3,850. So the total cost of lease, part A, you just need to follow this formula. So the total number of payments was 60 payments for an amount of $315 per month. All right, just so you know what that actually will. The deposit was $1,200. The title fee is $135, and then the license fee is $85. So just 60 times 315 is 18,900. So you multiply that out first, plus 1,200. So I'll just write this down. This comes out to 18,900. Add these things, so plus 1,200 plus 135 plus $85. That comes out to 20,000. When you add all those, 20,000, 320. What is the total cost if she buys the van? So the total cost of buying all you would do is take what you spent leasing and add in the residual value. Again, that's how much the car is worth at the end. So add those together. So plus 3,850, you get $24,170. And there you go. So again, leasing vehicles is not the best deal. I recommend. She had, close to $1,500 here to spend on a new vehicle. Eva should just spent $1,500, bought a vehicle, and just set aside payments. These $315. Right? If she put it into a mutual fund with some interest after 5 years, this would have been worth closer to like $30,000. You can buy a pretty good car for $30,000 with cash at the end of that 5 years if you're able to make this other car last for those 5 years. Anyway, that'll do it for that. The next lesson, we're going to be talking about renting a vehicle. Just like if you're on vacation or something, that'll be the last part of vehicles.